You're watching Cover to Cover, our guide to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read. This week, we're taking a look at Oppression in Punjab, which was a report to the nation by the Citizens for Democracy. This report was published in the subcontinent in September of 1985 and was immediately banned by the Indian state. The copy that we're looking at for the purpose of this Cover to Cover was a republication of that report by the International Sikh Youth Federation, ISYF, in the United Kingdom, or certainly a wing of the ISYF known as the Sikh Human Rights Group. They published this book in the latter months of 1985, and it was widely distributed around the United Kingdom in January of 1986, which is the copy that I'm looking at here. Now, unfortunately, this copy has seen better days. It had much usage in my household when it first came out. But enough of that. Let's take a look at what the report actually contains. In the copy that we're looking at, the report is preceded by a 3-page preface authored by the International Sikh Youth Federation. It doesn't list exactly whom, but it details the fact that the report is published exactly as it was presented in the subcontinent in its original format. The Citizens for Democracy is a South Asian-based civil liberties group founded by an ex-judge known as Tarkunde. Now, this particular report was authored by 5 different individuals, all of whom were arrested the day after the publication of this report. So obviously what it contains was of great sensitivity to the Indian state. The quickest of glances down the contents will start to explain why. The report is separated into 3 separate sections. Suppression of a community deals with the preamble, everything leading up to the events of June 1984. The second section, part 2, is Operation Blue Star, the untold story, which goes into detail of what took place in the invasion of Darbar Sahib. And then part 3 looks at the Black Laws, Charters of Slavery, which talks about the laws that exist in the Indian state at that time that were being used and utilized to oppress people in Punjab, hence the title of this report. The founder of Citizens for Democracy, Justice Tarkunde, provides a foreword to the report that makes for very interesting reading, particularly those of you who don't want to read the whole report itself but look at a summation of why the report was commissioned in the first place. There is a brief introduction, and then the 3 different sections come turn by turn. The entire report is then concluded by a number of different appendices, here titled as annexures. And these are statements of different individuals who were interviewed about the treatment that they had faced from the Punjab police or the authorities, or events that they had witnessed either at Darbar Sahib or elsewhere. Oppression in Punjab is widely available online to read in a digital format, as well as scanned in copies of differing versions that were republished, particularly here in the West. In a certain sense, it actually puts us to shame in this day and age when we have this kind of information at our fingertips and we don't really access it. This particular report was published by the ISYF, just 2,000 copies, and it was quite difficult to get a hold of a copy, and people were sharing copies and passing them along to neighbors, friends and family so that everybody could read what was going on. There was very little information coming out of the Punjab at that time, so this was a very welcome tool. We want to know what you think, so please let us know what you thought of the report to the nation, Oppression in Punjab by the Citizens for Democracy. Join us again next time on Cover to Cover, our guide at naujawani to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read.